Welcome to our second art lesson all about spiders. This week we are learning to experiment with different materials to design and make products. And our products this week are going to be a paper plate that will be our spider's web and a pipe cleaner spider. And our success criteria will be: can you use pipe cleaners to twist and make a spider? And can you use wool or string or thread or cotton and a paper plate? Or you could use the back of a cereal box to cut out a circle instead of a plate to weave a spider's web. Let's recap our learning from last week. What did we learn about? Now you can have a chat about that and pause the video if you'd like to. But remember, we introduced a character, a spider character called Anansi. And Anansi came from Africa. We learned that spiders have 8 legs, and we also learned how to draw our own spider independently. We learnt that African patterns include shapes and lots of bright colours, and we also learnt that there are many different types of spiders, including black widow spiders and tarantulas. Now, I'd like you to go on a spider hunt. These are lots of different pictures and illustrations from the nursery rhyme Little Miss Muffet. Now, Little Miss Muffet, it's all about spiders as well. So I would like you to use your magnet eyes, your exploring eyes, and have a look in my pictures. How many spiders can you count? And look carefully, because some are big and very obvious and some are small. So you can pause me now, and have a count. How many can you find? Off you go. Now, I'm sure lots of you are familiar with the nursery rhyme Little Miss Muffet, but I think it would be nice if we shared it together. So I will sing it once with actions, and then you can join in the second time. Now, before we start, let's talk about the word tuffet. Tuffet is a very old-fashioned word, and it means a little mound, a little hill of grass. That's what she's sitting on. So off we go. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Now you join in with me this time, children, and grown-ups as well. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Well done, everybody. Beautiful singing. Now, they have a lovely video here of a spider weaving his web, and the video is sped up so you can see him doing it very quickly. Now you can access this video because I will put the link onto today's Sway, so you can watch it that way. I'd like you to watch the video first, and then we're going to pay attention to my circle that you can see on the slideshow. And the circle has lots of lines coming out from the centre, and that is going to be the template for you practicing your first spider's web. Now, with your pencil, we're going to try and put these lines in here, like this spider's web, and try and make it look the same. We're going to start from the outside and we're going to draw a scooped line like this. You see the shape that my arrow is making, like that. If you need your grown-up to put the first couple of lines in to demonstrate to you, that would be a really good idea, because that is what I will do with the children at school. And then you can carry on the outside yourself. Then we'll move into the middle slightly and we'll carry on that scooped arched shape again. That is what the pattern on the inside of the web looks like. Again, parents, grown-ups, you can start the second part of the pattern and then your child can carry it on. We call this modelling in school, and I will be modelling it to the children in my class. And then we get smaller. You'll see that your spider web pattern is gradually getting smaller the closer we get to the centre of the web. So model first, parents, and then your children can use your modelling example as a guide to carry on the rest of their web. Again, I will put this onto Sway, this copy, so you can print it if you have a printer available. If you don't though, all you need to do in your purple books is draw a large circle and draw lines radiating from the centre, and you'll have exactly the same template as we do. A little problem with my technology, so we can move our slide on. Bear with me, it's not wanting to. There we go, that's better. Now, here is a giant spider. Now, this is actually called a sculpture. Sculpture is another type of art, boys and girls. Art doesn't just have to be a painting or a drawing or something done on paper. This sculptures can be a big object or a small object, any size in fact. Sometimes they're made of wood, metal, marble. Now, how big do you think this sculpture is, boys and girls? If you look at the size of the people and then look at the size of the spider, it will give you a clue. I wonder if you could finish this sentence for me. The spider is as big as a... How would you finish that sentence? How big do you think it is? I might say the spider is as big as a crane on a building site. Maybe have a chat with your grown-up. Or you could put it another way. I think the spider is as tall as a... How could you finish that sentence? And what do you think it's made from? Have a look. Is it made from wood? Do you think it's made from metal or marble? And what do you think about this spider? Would you like to visit it? Why? Do you like it? Why do you like it? If you don't like it, what is it you don't like about it? Is it the materials it's made from? What feelings does it give you? Have a chat. If you're at school, we'll chat to our friends. If you're at home, have a chat with your grown-up. Now, our next activity is to make a paper plate spider's web. Or if you don't have a paper plate, cut out a circle from your cereal box, and that will work just as well. Now, what your grown-up needs to do for you, whether it's a paper plate or a cereal box circle, is to cut some grooves out all around the side of your circle, because these will help you to weave. Now, weaving is your key vocabulary, which is in yellow, which I'm covering up a little bit. But weaving is what we're doing with our cotton, our string, our wool, or our thread. And I'm using wool out of my daughter's craft box that I found. Now, if you want to attach the wool on the back with some sellotape to stop it moving, that's fine. I'm just going to use my finger because I know that once I get started, it will stay in place. So we want to go from one slot to the other, making a crisscross pattern, and it doesn't really matter what order we go in at all. All we want to do is make sure that we visit every slot and have a spider web effect. Don't leave any of your slots out. Make sure you visit each one of them at least a couple of times. Ooh, just like that. We don't have to keep on going forever. And that is what we call weaving. That is our key vocabulary of the lesson. I just had to remind my girls to complete their work quietly. There we go. Oh, that's quite good actually, better than my last attempt. Everyone's weaving web will look different though, because depending which order you visited the slots in, will make everyone special and unique. Well done, children. Now, a spider's web needs a spider. So I managed to find 4 pipe cleaners, and mine are not black. I'm going to have a disco spider. I've got 3 purple and 1 pink and 4 altogether, because when we twist them together in the centre, it's important that we twist them in the centre. If I twisted them here, I bet one of you would know what would happen. That's right. My poor spider would have really long legs on one side and really short legs on the other. We want him to be a balanced spider and have all his legs the same length. And we learnt last week that a spider has 8 legs in total, 4 on each side and all the same length, so he doesn't wobble around. So we get our 4 pipe cleaners. I pinch them in the middle. Now I've made sure that his legs are the same length on each side, and we twist. I'd say about 2, maybe 3 twists to be sure is enough. I gently spread his legs out and I bend them a bit so they look like the shape of spider's legs. Spider's legs are not outstretched straight, otherwise he'd just look flat on the floor. They are arched where they creepy crawl. There we go. Oh, there, get him back in shot. There's my spider. He looks like a funky disco spider, but I have bent his legs. There he is. If you have pipe cleaners, have a go. If you don't, and you're at home, don't worry. This might be something we try when we come back to school, or it might be something that you save up and try another day. Maybe you could get some pipe cleaners another day. Now, you'll fly high. Remember the spider picture that you, spider web picture that you drew earlier in the lesson, where you practiced putting the lines on your web. Now, I'd like to see if you could draw your very own spider onto that web. You could use a pencil, a felt tip, a crayon, whatever you like, whatever you have to hand. But can you remember how to draw a spider from last week? Can you draw the spider's head first? His body, which remember is bigger than his head. And can you give him the right number of legs? We've just talked about how many legs a spider has and how many are on each side. So if you could have a go at that, that would be excellent. And just to show you my finished piece. Oh, is he going to stay on? There's my funky spider. And he's on his weaving web. I hope you have fun. Try your best. Take care. See you soon.